Hello, everyone, and welcome to Waves and Stays of Family Travel. We are so excited because today is our first YouTube video, which is a home vlog, but also the start of an incredible series because we are heading to Orlando for a cruise and stay with MSC. And I'm just so excited because we leave in a few days. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. I am a content creator and a family travel planner, and we are actually a family of four with my husband and two children who love everything to do with cruising and anything to do with family travel. So if this feels like a little bit of you and your family, make sure to hit that subscribe button where we'll be sharing all the information, tips, tricks, and advice. But also give us a thumbs up because we would love if you really did like this video to share and support us. So just to give you a little bit of background on what we're doing, where we're going and how we're getting there, we are doing an Orlando cruise and stay. We are leaving from Cork in a few days and we are doing 3 flights to get there. I know it sounds a bit crazy because normally we would go from Dublin with a direct flight, but honestly coming into the Easter holidays, the prices were just so expensive that we actually saved so much more by breaking up the journey and doing 3 flights from Cork. And the selling point of all of that was that we do, after our holiday, arrive back in Cork, which is about a 15-20 minute journey to home rather than a 3.5 hour commute from Dublin Airport. So that alone is going to be an experience with the kids. We are going from Cork to London Heathrow. We're going London to Charlotte, I think. I need to double check that. And then Charlotte on to Orlando. So we will arrive in Orlando on the 25th of March in the evening, and we are going to be doing a one-night stay in the airport hotel. Then on the 26th, we will be heading down to Port Canaveral, which is about a 55-minute drive from Orlando. There's 3 different ways that you can get there. You can do an Uber, you can rent a car, or you can use a bus shuttle service that goes from Orlando Airport. Now, this isn't our first cruise and stay. We've done this before when we were on board with Royal Caribbean, Wonder of the Seas, and it was absolutely incredible. But back then we opted for an Uber, and this is what we will be doing again because it was just so much more convenient and we really enjoyed it that way. Now, I would highly recommend getting there early because even if you have a later check-in time, if there's any crashes or anything on the road, it is nearly an hour drive and you really don't want to be delayed because the ship will not wait for you. We'll be doing a 5-night MSC cruise. It will have 2 stops on our itinerary. We were going to Nassau and Turks and Caicos, which I really hope I'm pronouncing them correctly. And we'll also have 2 sea days. Now, this is the first MSC cruise for us. I've been very lucky enough as a family travel planner to get on board with MSC and do the ship visits to really understand the product. But also I've done so much training with them, but you know yourself, it is a completely different experience until you step on board and actually sail with them. So this is very exciting for me to be able to share with my clients or anybody booking their MSC cruises. For additional add-ons, we have gone for the easy drinks package for the adults and the minors packages for the kids. Now, you can add these at time of booking, but the reason we didn't is because this time we are cruising without my husband. Danny, he is not happy. He really did want to come, but my mother is coming instead, and it is going to be her first ever cruise. So if you buy the drinks package at time of booking, it includes the premium drinks packages and the minor packages. And we felt at the time of booking that we wouldn't really have gotten the value out of the packages. So we didn't buy them at time of booking. Some time passed and my mother was like, maybe I would like 1 or 2 drinks during the day. So we decided to go and look at the packages, and the best option that we felt that would work for us was by adding the easy drinks packages through the app. And by doing so, the kids minors packages were automatically added. Now, we did get them at a discounted rate. It was during the Christmas sale that was currently running at the time. So they are, I think, for what we paid, I'm hoping that we do get the use of them, and they do include a lot. There is 4 different packages you can choose from. You have your minors packages, you have your non-alcoholic packages, you have your easy package, and you have your premium package. Now, just keep in mind, if you do decide to get the drinks packages and you do quite enjoy a few drinks, especially in the evening, there is a cap on the alcoholic beverages. It is 15 drinks per person, and then it resets at midnight. Now, this isn't included with the non-alcoholic, so like your waters, your specialities, non-alcoholic cocktails, things like that. They do still remain unlimited in the package, but there is a cap on the alcoholic package, or the alcoholic drinks within that package. We also added a fun pass for the kids, but I will be sharing a lot more information about that once we are on board. So definitely go over and check out our social medias. It is at Waves and Stays Family Travel. I'll be sharing a lot more tips, tricks and over there, as well as advice for first time cruisers. So definitely go over, give us a follow. We would love the support. So after we disembark our cruise, we'll be heading to Orlando. Now, there is something that I've been wanting to do. The last time we went, we never made it there, and I would really love to do it this time, especially with the kids, and that is to get to NASA Space Center. So the issue that we're having at the moment is that when you disembark your cruise with your luggage, you need to go from there to NASA, but you cannot store the luggage in NASA. There's nowhere to store it, and you cannot bring it in with you. So I'm not quite sure how we're going to get around that. I don't know if there is a transfer company that might take us to NASA, store our luggage, and then take us from NASA to our hotel. Or maybe I'll just continue to the hotel with the luggage and then leave my mom and the kids go to NASA. But if you have any tips on how to work that and where to put the luggage in the meantime, I would very much appreciate it. So do let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions on how we can make that work. When we get to Orlando, we will be staying in 2 hotels. We are staying on Universal on site. The first hotel is going to be Dockside, which is a value hotel. Now, I stayed in Cabana Bay, absolutely loved it. Incredible experience. So I'm really looking forward to staying in another Universal hotel. But the reason we went with Dockside is because it does have an iTrolley stop right outside the door. So it's just easier access to International Drive. I did find when we stayed in Cabana Bay that we did have to get Ubers in and out to International Drive or down to Icon Park, whereas the iTrolley will be located right outside and you still have the transport to Universal. The second hotel is we're going to be staying at the Loews Universal Resort. Loews Royal Pacific is the exact name, I think. We've stayed here before. Absolutely incredible premier hotel, but the advantage to staying in this hotel is that you do avail of the fast passes, and they really do make a massive difference when you're visiting the parks. So we are going to be doing, as far as I can recall, one night. I'm not quite sure if we decided to opt for the second night. I might have to check that out, but we are definitely doing one night. So it means that you can use the fast pass for the check-in day, and then you can use it the checkout day as well. So we'll just bring a little bag with us and we'll stay in the hotel that night. And I'm so excited because it is really nice to experience a premier hotel, and it is really a fantastic hotel. In regards to the parks, we are not going to be doing any Disney parks. We are just doing Universal. The boys much prefer Universal. They're more thrill rides, and the youngest fella has come of height for the bigger rides. So that's going to be so much fun for him to experience the Hulk and Velocicoaster and things like that. And also the main reason is for Epic. We did not make it to Epic the last time because it was not open. So this time we are so excited to get there. So we're going to be doing the 3 Universal theme parks as well as their Volcano Bay water park. And then the other days we're just going to leave it for more relaxing, a bit of shopping and seeing, maybe going down to Icon Park or doing some other tourist adventure within Orlando. So now I'm going to take you through everything that we're packing and taking with us for our cruise and stay as a family of 4. What we feel that are must-haves, must-buys, your Amazon purchases, and things that will make your life so much easier on a cruise ship as well, little tips and tricks. But definitely go over and check us out on our socials at Waves and Stays Family Travel, because I do share a lot of first-time cruiser tips there, and I do have previous reels of other sailings from Icon to the Seas and Wonders and things like that might give you a little bit more tips and insights if you are planning your first cruise. First, we have our 10 kg bags and our 20 kg. So we have one each and then one 20 kg. Now, normally when I pack the kids' things or even my own and we're going on a cruise, I would definitely mix up the clothing within the 10 kgs or even the 20 kg, just in case a bag goes missing, that we do have access to some clothing. Now for this, because we are doing 3 flights, I did not want to take a chance with the luggage. So we are going to walk on our 10 kgs each, and I'm going to check in the 20 kg, but most of that will be our Orlando stuff, our clothing, so that will definitely give the airlines enough time to get it to the hotel if something does go missing. And then we also have backpacks. So this is a Nordis backpack. At the moment, all I have packed in here is all my equipment for my cameras. So we have the action cameras for underwater footage. I've got all my leads and things like that. And I will use this to bring my laptop so I can edit on the plane. And also it's great size, it's very handy and has all the space and connections as well and the support. So that is going to be my carry-on bag. So the other thing I'll be packing in my backpack, it's probably the most important thing out of everything that I'm going to go through in this video, is a documentation folder. So not only have I got cruise confirmations or hotel bookings and tickets and everything like that in there, the most important thing is the minor consent forms. So if your children have a different surname to you and they're not traveling with the legal guardian that has the same name, then you do need consent. Now this is mostly for the cruise lines, but it is definitely very handy to have to go through immigration too. So we have our ESTAs and visa visas printed off, and also our consent forms for the kids. For packing for our travels, this is another important item that I bring on all of them, no matter if it's a cruise or just a family holiday. This is my bag of medication. So we have Norepin, Calpol, antihistamines, and migraine tablets, sunscreen, and seasick medication for our cruise. Now, I initially had bought this for our first ever cruise, and I never ended up using it because I didn't need it, but I will be bringing it with me because the way my mom is discussing this cruise, I really do think that she's after putting it in her head that she will have seasickness. So I am bringing these as a precaution for her. Then we have our cruise bag. So the cruise bag, it contains everything that we will need for our cruise. These are all little things that I have bought over the years on Amazon, and these are kind of the most important things that we feel that we use all the time on all our cruises. So I'm going through these with you. So first we have our towel clips. So these are great for hanging your towels or securing your towel to your sunbed, but we actually use them for drying our swimming togs on the balcony because we pin them to the chairs that are on the balcony and it dries the togs out. So that way then they don't get blown away or blown overboard for that matter. So they're great for drying the togs out in the air. Then we have our lights. So these are censored lights. We actually bought these on our Icon of the Seas cruise is what I bought these ones for. And they stick to the walls. They're magnetic, but they're censored. And I absolutely love them. And I feel like I'm going to need them for every cruise because if the kids get up in the middle of the night and they can't find their way to the bathroom, or if they're trying to make their way to the other bed or something like that, then these censored lights come on and they're nice and dim, but they can help see where they're going without having to turn on the full light, the full external light that's in the bedroom and waking everyone up. So these really have been a little game changer. So they just stick to the walls of the stateroom and you can place them anywhere. So we do normally put one over the youngest bed as a nightlight for him. And then the other ones would be around the area of the bathrooms. So then we have our first aid kit. So the first aid kit has everything that we need, bandages, plasters, alcohol wipes, everything like that, or sanitizations. So that is another thing that I always take with us. And then we have our magnets. So we have a few of these. These stick to the walls of the doors of the staterooms. These are very handy for the kids because it helps helps make the stateroom door stand out so that they can find it a lot easier, because when you're walking down the hallways and every door looks the same, the kids might get a little bit overwhelmed if they were to go up to the room by themselves or anything like that. So this really helps, and they really do have so much fun decorating them or writing little messages on them to the stateroom attendant too. Then we have our refillable cups. So we can use these for both the theme parks and the cruise. So these are great for if you don't have the drinks packages. They're nice and small and compact, so they fit into the boys' little bum bags. But then they expand up. Let's see, can I pop one up for you? So they stretch right up. And you can fill them up with the drinks from the buffets, so the waters, juices, lemonades, or anything like that. And they're very handy if you don't have a drinks package. But they're also great for the theme parks because there is water available from the machines in the theme parks and the freestyle machines. So you can just fill it up and then you have water on you for the day. And then once you're finished, you can just pop it back down, put the lid on it, and then put it straight into your bag so it's nice and compact. Then we have the most important thing, which is not them, is the magnetics. These are fantastic for the rooms because for storage. These magnetic hooks are, again, stick to the walls of the stateroom. They're so strong. Some people like to hang curtains off them to divide the room up so that you kind of have your own private space. If you've got kids, you can just hang them from the ceilings. But these are great for organising your lanyards or hanging your hats or towels or drying swimming togs or anything like that. They really do help keep the room organised. And then we have, I think that's it from our cruise bag, other than the adapter, which is a cruise approved non-surge adapter. But we actually didn't need to use that the last time because on our last cruise ship, it actually had UK plugs that you could plug in. So that was great. So we didn't need to use it at all. The other thing we have is our lanyards. So these are our lanyards for the kids and ourselves, and they have a little pouch for your CPAS, but this one has a little extender so you can just stretch it to tap into your room, or you can hand it to the bartenders if you're looking to get your drinks or anything like that through your CPAS cards. These are all our clothes ready to go. They are all in those little packing cubes, the compression ones. Now, we also have our footwear. Now, I do seem to go overboard when I'm bringing footwear with me on holidays. There's at least 7 pairs of shoes there. Will I wear all 7? I'm not quite sure, but I don't like the thought of not having it or having access to it. So I do tend to overpack on footwear. So then we have the kids. So we have the kids' clothing, their cruise outfits, and then their Orlando outfits, as well as their shoes for the cruise and their Crocs as well for the pools and things. And then we have their universal wands. So we got them the last time we were here. These are the interactive ones. So they're really looking forward to using them again. I'm not quite sure if they're going to work in Epic, but I really do hope they do. Or if we need a newer wand. But they got the Harry Potter ones and they're just so excited to bring them back and use them again. And then over here, we have their scuba sets. These are absolute, guys, we got these scuba sets about 2 years ago and they've come on every cruise with us because they have saved us an absolute fortune. The boys absolutely love, especially since they were younger, going to the beaches and just snorkeling, and they will spend hours inside there. And I feel like it has saved us so much money on excursions. Then we have their little bum bags. So these are for Universal mainly. So again, we can fit the refillable water bottles into them and anything that they may need throughout the day, like little snacks or anything like that. So with the packing, just really pack what you feel that you think that you're going to need or what you normally do bring on your own holidays. So like we have the shorts and the t-shirts for the mornings and during the day for the kids. And then we have like the chinos and the nice tops or t-shirts for the evenings for the dinner. Now, the only thing I would bear in mind is when you're packing for your cruise that they do offer different team nights on the cruise ships. So depending on your cruise and how long the duration, they might have like a gala night, you might have a white night, you might have a 70s, 80s themes, things like that. But you will find all that information on your cruise app. It will be mentioned in the daily planner. Now, they're not compulsory. You do not have to do them. It's completely at your own discretion. They are a little bit of fun and something different. So definitely check out your cruise planner to see what nights are available on your specific cruise, because it will depend on how many sailings that you're doing. And in that way, you will know exactly what you need to pack and bring with you if you do choose to get involved. The last thing I need to pack is the kids' Harry Potter robes for when we go to Harry Potter. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to bring these with me or not. They don't seem to be too fussed. The first time we visited, they really did want to bring them and get involved and get dressed up, but it was very hot at the time and we ended up having taken them off and just carrying them around the park. So they are just sitting there because I'm still debating whether I'm going to pack them or not and bring them with them. But it's more the pictures I'm thinking of. It's so cute to see them all dressed up with their wands and in the Harry Potter sets. The other thing we are taking with us, and this is definitely coming, is the action camera that we have for Aidan. This is his first action camera and he is very ecstatic to get out and start filming and using it. At the moment, he's getting used to using CapCut on his phone. Now, he doesn't have any social medias or anything like that. He's just learning to edit and how to film correctly. He really does enjoy it. And we have the underwater case as well. So when he does go scuba diving, that he'll be able to get all the footage of what he sees under the water. All that's left to do now is get everything that's over there into these 4 bags and we are ready to go. The countdown is on. So if you really did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. We'd appreciate the support. And if you want to join us for this Orlando cruise and stay adventure, definitely hit that subscribe button. But thank you for watching and we'll see you in our next travel vlog.